Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend,
And I'm James, your black friend,
and this is the Fat and Black Connection.
where we talk about anything and everything, as long as it's interesting to us.
Yeah, and it's important to say that, the whole premise of this show once started due to you and I hanging out and catching up and going live. And people seem to forget the fact that at the end of the day, really what this show is it's you and I hanging out. Because you moved to Vegas and I'm up here in Reno, and for those of you that live anywhere outside of Nevada, you probably think, oh, Reno, Vegas, they got to be close, right?
No, that's like
No,
8 hours, bro.
yeah, it's like a
In the
straight.
car.
Mm-hmm.
It's like going from the Bay Area down to LA.
And people in California would get that,
Yeah.
but if you're on the
Oh.
East Coast,
Yeah,
right?
everything is like,
It's like-
really close.
Some people are like, oh, is it like going from DC to New York?
No, that's
like 3
short.
hours.
Yeah, that's short.
No, it's like going from New York down to Georgia.
Is that only? Is that
It's-
all the time it takes?
Yeah, man. 8 hours on the East Coast, you can cover a
Sheesh.
lot of ground.
I mean, I know, like, my mom was telling me, I was asking her about saying, like, the next time I come up there, I wanted to go to Philly because I wanted to get a real cheesesteak. And
She's in Virginia, right?
no, she's in Maryland.
What part of Maryland?
Bowie.
Bowie? She's in Bowie. So, okay. So, like, from Jim Bowie to get a true Philly, so you're talking, you're going to go to the two corners?
No,
where you got Geno's and Pat's, right?
Yeah. So, but I've talked
that's the
to
only place to go, man.
Well, no. See, here's the thing: is I've talked to people from Philly, and they're like, "Nah, those are tourist traps. Like, you got to go, like, you got to go to like other places." There's like, I got like a list of names, and I got to find them all. I recompile the list because I had an old notebook that I was writing them down in, and then I switched notebooks because that one was falling apart. But yeah, so I got like a list of a couple. Yeah, I definitely need to hit Jim's and Pat's just because
Geno's.
Geno's and Pat's, whatever, one's right across the street from each other. But just because I know they are touristy, but at the same time, just
so the only question that matters is with or without.
Oh, with.
You better.
All day.
I'll cut you.
But yeah, the main thing is that yeah, so I just like to get from Bowie to Philly is only like 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean that's about right. Because I did that drive when I lived in Rockville, Maryland. I a couple times went up to the Philly area and up to New York City as well. And yeah, it's about 2-ish hours.
Yeah.
It depends, right? Like which way you go, how traffic.
Actually drove into New York.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I can say I drove it in New York, in Manhattan. I drove.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was. I would never like to do it again. So anyways, this is a live and interactive show, but at the end of the day, this show is really about us and
what we like.
Like I said, you moved down to Vegas. We're 8 hours apart, so this is our way to like check in once a week, see how things are going, what's going on, and we do spend a lot of time, talking about different topics. Um, and so I thought today to start, let's talk about how you doing, what's going on, what's new.
What's new?
But
Not a
before we do that,
not a whole lot. Oh
what are
wait.
you drinking?
So the I got the new beers for Lazy Dog's Beer Club came out. So I went on down to Lazy Dog a little later in the afternoon and picked up my beer.
Mm-hmm.
This month it's kind of like almost kind of like a Halloweenish type feel to the box.
Like is
But
that pumpkin spice beer or
no. These are they're all like ales, wheat beers, things like that. But this one, so I before the show, I sent you the text message that said 1, 2, 3, or 4,
Mhm.
and so I went based off of the little booklet that we get, and number 3 is Luna Moth Eclipse. It is an American Pale Ale.
Hmm.
So we're just trying
American Pale Ale?
yeah,
Interesting.
an API.
So is that kind of like a cross between an IPA with an American lager?
No, it's they say this one is they say this one has like smell sweet fruit and berry, so it definitely is not as hoppy, but there are 3 different types of hops in here. Um it says sweet tropical nose with hints of stone fruit, apricot, and pineapple. Strata hops provide a light strawberry bitterness and a slightly sweet flavor to please the palate. Let me drink from the can, see if that, and I'll drink from the glass as well. Oh, it's not bad. I definitely taste the fruit. I don't really strawberry a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, this is good. Let me see what it from the can. Sometimes it tastes different from the can, and then it does the glass. So
Sure.
yeah, the glass is also it got a little warm, but that's weird. It was in the freezer, but warmed up pretty quick. But yeah, no, it's also yeah. So from the glass, it has the same kind of taste, but a little bit. I definitely taste I get the pineapple
Hmm.
in there. So yeah.
Right on. So I'm just finishing off my Tullamore Dew today.
Ah.
It is so nothing special, but I do have 2 food items today. So,
Ooh.
so do you want number 1 to my left or number 2 to my right?
Let's go with number 2.
All right. So one of my
Excuse me.
favorite candy bars, which is kind of weird because generally, so James, is it caramel?
Caramel.
I swear I'm looking at the word and it says caramel. 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 So you're leaving out an A. It is not caramel. But I'm generally not a huge caramel fan. I like it occasionally, but I'm more of a chocolate person. But I love peanut butter. Well, this doesn't have peanut butter. One of my favorite bars generally, it has to be a special occasion. Like I got to be in a rare mood, so to speak. But I love a payday.
Hey, yo, paydays are delicious.
Yeah, I don't know
And
why, but
no, but then they came out with the chocolatey payday. Yo, changed the game.
that is what I am having.
Nice.
I am looking forward because I love payday, but I generally prefer chocolate.
Yeah, the chocolatey payday changed the game, bro.
Kind of looks like a turd.
I know it does. It absolutely does. What was that one? Was it the Baby Ruth?
Hmm.
Babe Ruth? Yeah.
When you heat it up and put it in a diaper.
No, I'm talking about from was it Caddyshack
Mm-hmm.
in the pool?
This is very good.
Yeah, yeah.
I love payday.
Payday's
Chocolatey
good.
payday. That I might do
Yeah,
it for me.
I'm telling you, chocolatey payday changes the game. Because don't get me wrong, I love paydays because like just the saltiness and the peanut butter and the caramel flavor that it all like kind of comes together real good with each bite. But
Well,
yeah,
anybody who knows you love nuts in your mouth. So that's always
wow. I mean, actually, I got a jar of nuts. Anyway, but no, but like the chocolatey payday is yeah. I was like, yo, why did it take so long to come up with this?
yeah. Agreed.
Literally take a payday, dip it in chocolate, pull it out, put it in a bag, good to go.
So I've got something else, and this is going to be like almost the opposite of what I just had. So this is Lay's cheesy garlic bread.
Had them.
Well, I haven't.
Oh yeah,
you
no,
didn't have them on the show.
no, those are yeah, those are they came back with them.
It says limited time flavor. I ain't never had it.
They came back. No, I'm saying they came back with them. They've had those out before. Like that was one of those America chooses, American flavor chosen flavor or whatever. Like where you submit a flavor and then they pick it. Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting because I'm not generally a huge fan of Lay's, but I love garlic bread.
Yeah, those are delicious. I really like those chips.
They're very garlic forward.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, because like I remember, I don't remember that. I remember them. I remember like that cheese flavor coming through real good with the hint of garlic.
Yeah, it's more garlic forward with almost a hint of Parmesan.
Okay.
So maybe they
Maybe they changed the
mixed in it up.
Yeah, maybe they changed it up a little bit.
So, so what else you been up to?
Man, not a whole lot. Just reading scripts and
What kind
trying
of
to
scripts?
get for season 2 of Hope Bridge. We finished working on. Hold on, sorry, since we're going to talk about it. Can't really see it, but you see the edge. Talking with Ashley about where we're going, what's kind of going on, and things like that. So,
and we're definitely about to talk about Oak Bridge here in a couple minutes. So,
yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, so you could just leave that up. But excuse me.
Jinkies.
So you're going to be up here very soon.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you're going to be here in just over a week.
Yeah.
What do you got planned? I know, obviously we've got KaboomCon. We're going to talk about that throughout the night.
Right. But no, we got Ribfest going on, which I haven't been to in for years now. It's definitely been, I think it's been at least 5? I think maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years now.
2019? Because there wasn't one in 20.
Yeah, right. So did I miss? No. 20. Yeah, maybe 2019. No, I didn't go to 2019. So yeah, so since 2019. But yeah, so it's been a while, and I used to come every year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to go to that. We got show appearances that we're gonna be doing. We got setups and all sorts of things going on throughout the week. I mean, like I know you got to work, so I'm just gonna chill and stuff like that. But other than that, man, yeah, I'm just excited to come back up. Be with you and the fam.
So Jenny, my wife, wanted to offer you an opportunity to make some cash while you're here.
What you talking about with us?
Well, our yard around our house, and you're going to be here for a few days, needs to be cleaned up a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got you, bro.
So we figured we'll get more into the details later, but it just needs some love, and we just haven't had the time. Between we both work full-time jobs that are extremely pressureful.
No, I feel it.
And we just sometimes things go by the wayside. It's just like one of the other things that we need while you're here is to just put some batteries into some things for us that we just
Put what?
batteries
Oh,
into some things.
okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, they don't go bzz or anything like that. Um, so yeah, while you're here, we might have some tasks for you, but we're willing to compensate fairly.
Oh yeah.
You are going to have room and board, so to speak, while you're here. So there is that.
Oh, hey, when are we? Because I know you said that your kid. She said that we had to go to some
mini golf.
mini golf place.
Yeah, Wild Island, man.
Where is this place?
So this is in Sparks. You know where the water park area is?
Yeah,
Like,
back
right
over
over by
Wait,
Legends.
by Legends.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a mini golf place over there.
Yeah. So Wild Island is a bowling alley, arcade.
Is it new?
Nah, man, it was there when you were here.
Man, I never heard of that place because.
Yeah, it's got like go karts inside and.
Oh snap! Yeah, no, I definitely like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. Can get a little crazy, but we'll have fun. We'll do a round, eat some food.
Yeah, down. Okay.
Anyway. But yeah, we'll be staying at the Gold Dust West the Friday night of Kaboom Con.
Yep.
And the Saturday night right after.
Yep.
We've got special guests coming into town, Chris Marinan and Brent Anderson, Lawrence and awesome. Diego Iriarte. So they're going to be staying at that same hotel.
Justin
Jam, the artist, he'll be there. Sounds like some other folks are staying there. Stephanie Bowman from voice actor over on Oak Bridge and on Murphy's Inc.
Oh, nice.
Somebody we went to high school with.
I haven't seen her in years.
Jeff, our resident troll, who hasn't checked in yet. I'm sure that's coming.
He's coming up.
He's coming. He's staying at Gold Dust West, last I heard. We've got some folks staying over at the Hardman House Hotel. We've got Connor Howard coming into town.
Oh, he's coming? Nope.
Connor Howard, the fantastic lead male voice actor over on Oak Bridge, the voice of Jack Sheridan.
Yeah.
Also, the voice of Connor Murphy in season 2 of Murphy's Inc.
Yeah.
And if you haven't found out by now, spoiler.
If you don't know this by now.
We've got who else? Angel Kabarlock. They're actually going to share a room, so this is awesome, right? Jimmy and Jack.
Nice.
Angel Kabarlock and Connor Howard, Jimmy and Jack from Oak Bridge. They're going to share a room. They've never met in person.
That's
and
crazy.
they never recorded a scene together.
Never. So this will be the first time they've actually had.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I love it.
So that's going to be cool.
And actually, that's funny because Stephanie was his wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. Right.
Episode 6.
We've got Distance Nerding coming.
Yeah.
And they're going to be staying over at the Hardman House.
Okay.
And we've got Figure X, Mar Espiritu. Figure X it's a pretty cool guy. His business is they design figurines.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so as a matter of fact, they do a lot of, oh no, I'm not supposed to show that. Hey, congratulations on over 50,000 downloads.
Well, yeah, that's old, bro.
Yeah, because as a matter of fact, as we were just looking before the show, it's more like 75,000 downloads.
Yeah, that's old now.
75,000 downloads through episode 9 with a finale to come.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, man? I mean, this show has been consistently in the top 20 of all fiction in the United States for 5 weeks now. And it has hit higher. It has hit as high as 13.
Yeah.
In just sci-fi, it is consistently staying at the number 5 slot for the last 7 weeks, and has gotten as high as the number 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I've been blown away by just the sheer number of people who've enjoyed the show. I mean, actually, I went on Spotify the other day. I was listening to episode 9. and I was like, yo, this. I put a comment on there, and I was just like, yo, I can't believe how well the show's done. Can't thank everybody enough. Blah blah. Just kind of just thanking people through that. But yeah, no, I mean, I never imagined. I mean, like we knew the show was going to be, we knew the show could be something. We never imagined it would be this.
This quickly.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I'm I'm like, yo, awesome. Like that's so cool, and like the fact that there like we did minimal promotion for it. I mean, a lot of it has been word of mouth. I know we did with what's his uh Johnny something or other. We did shows on his
First
we
episode of.
yeah. Well, now it's like chats with Johnny Fuente or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we did both Ashley and I did interviews with him before the show came out. He, so he did an awesome job of I saw his reels come through. I mean, also after I followed him, so I mean that might be something to do with it. But then yeah, I had a lot of people start following. Not a lot, but I had a good number of people start following me just because of the reels that I was posting from the show.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been cool. Not, I mean, I'm not like hundreds of thousands of followers, but I have added a couple, about I think somewhere between like 25 and 30 new followers, whatever, just following because of the videos. So yeah, I mean, the show has gone, I mean, worldwide. That part was the part that blew my mind, was the worldwide part. Like and so I don't know how it got there, but however it did, I don't really care. Like, I'm just happy that people are hearing it, people are enjoying it, and they keep coming back, and they're telling, and like I've put on the post, I said, tell everybody.
So I'm just going to call out I'm only going to call out the top 10 spots on things.
Okay.
So where the show is still at top 10, okay?
Yeah.
Number 7, Science Fiction United States.
Right.
Number 4, Science Fiction Great Britain. Number 7, Science Fiction Canada. Number 5, Science Fiction Australia. Number 6, Norway, all fiction. Number 3, Norway, science fiction. Number 6, Science Fiction Denmark. Number 5, Science Fiction New Zealand. Number 5, Science Fiction Belgium. Number 7, Science Fiction Singapore. Number 2, Science Fiction Indonesia. Number 5, Science Fiction Czech Republic. Number 2, Science Fiction in Egypt. Number 2, Science Fiction Uruguay. And number 5, All Fiction in Uruguay. Number 8 in All Fiction for Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Number 2 for Science Fiction in Trinidad and Tobago. Number 4, Science Fiction in the Bahamas. And finally, number 9, Science Fiction Anguilla.
Saying, like, what? Like what? Like I've told, I've told people, they're like waiting or something in the airport, or like I'm checking a bag or something, and we're kind of just chatting back and forth, and they'll say something, and I'll be like, oh, hey, if you like that kind of stuff, here, check this out, blah blah blah, while you're waiting for your airline. And so some of them will pull it up right away. I don't even know if they're listening, but I let them know, and I see them like pull up their phone and they'll look for it or whatever. But I don't really, whatever. I mean, but like I said, how it got all over the world, I don't care. I'm thankful that people are liking it. People are coming back every week to see what's going to happen next. And I do need to make a retraction. I do need to make a retraction about something I said a couple weeks ago. When I said that the season 2 is starting, it's starting kind of slow. It wasn't that it's slow. It's a different tone. And that's what I didn't understand. And Ashley and I talked about that a couple of days ago. And so I said that I needed to make the retraction on this show to make sure that everybody understands that it's not that it's slow. It's a different tone. And that's what I didn't understand, because I'm still going off of what happened in season 1. In season 1, we had to have that build up so that we could get you guys hooked. And now season 2 is going to be a little bit different, but on the same lines. We're going to be doing, character building and everything, character and world building. That's what we're working on. So I do need to make sure that I made that statement, that it's not slow. It's a different tone.
Very good, very good. So, what is this?
That is the MacArthur.
So, if you've been following along on Oak Bridge, then here's finally your visual representation of what you've been hearing.
Yeah.
I do got to ask though, does this species have male female? Because it seems to be pretty smooth.
It's like a Ken doll down there. No, this actually, this thing does not, it's not really even a species. It's a creation. So what gender it is, I mean, for all I know, I think this is the only one. So there are, they mentioned that there are other creatures and things like that in the works. And so, but as far as the ones that were this was the only one that was released so far. There could be more. We don't know yet. And so, but yeah, as far as male, female, probably just non-gender specific.
So let me ask you. So we're through 9 episodes, 1 to go for season 1. Yep. What would you say up to this point through episode 9?
Mm-hmm.
Without being too spoilery, because people might be watching, listening that aren't fully caught up yet.
Yep.
What would you say has been your favorite part of season 1 so far?
In general, or like in the show?
I guess both. One and then the other.
In general, it's. I mean, I must say my favorite part is just seeing the numbers come in, man.
Okay.
That's definitely one. Generally, like just seeing the numbers come in has been awesome to be a part of something that is so big, I guess you could say. And also, like, just like I tell some of my coworkers that I told to listen to this show, and I give them those numbers, and they're like, "Yo, that's crazy, man! Like, that's awesome. Don't forget about us." That's one of my managers, Nico. Like because I told him about the show, because he's into that kind of stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, don't forget about us." And I was like, "Nah, it's all good." But show wise, I have to say it's been the cast. I mean, like, I knew they were good, but and this is literally, I'm listening to these episodes again, like it's almost like the first time I'm hearing them, because there's stuff that I heard them so many times from the first from just the I forgot what he calls them, but the drafts where there's no sound effects. It's the assembly drafts, which is just lines, to the first, second, sometimes third. I think a couple times we had fourth drafts of stuff just to make sure we got it right. So I've heard all of this stuff previously. So, but I haven't heard, like, episode 1, I hadn't heard in like probably months before. Episodes 2, 3, 4, 5. So I mean, episode 10 is the one that's coming up this week, and I haven't heard that since I think we were in week 3 or something when we finished episode 10. Might have been sooner. I don't remember. I know it was like the show had already started when we were finishing up 9 and 10. But either way, I mean, I haven't heard some of these episodes in weeks, and so it's like, oh yeah, I forgot forgot about that. But no, I mean, like I said before, I'm just thankful for the cast, and thankful for us to putting the trust in me to do this, and Ashley putting her trust in me to do this. And
Did you just say you're thankful to us for putting trust in you to do this?
well, because look, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like I thought you were gonna be on the recordings and stuff with me and stuff like that. But when you were like, "No, it's just gonna be you," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I mean, like, so I mean, actually, then I thank you for putting trust in me to do it. Um, and so this was, like I said, this was a big undertaking, and like I didn't know early on. Like I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm season 2, 3. I don't know if I'm really want to do that. But like I was talking with Ashley, and it was more along the lines of I was just trying to get kind of a gauge early on. I was trying to get a gauge on where we planned on going with it, so that if I did pass it to somebody else, I mean I didn't have a problem with being assistant director or anything like that. But so I could pass on the kind of where we were and things like that. But further down the line, I was just like, wait, nah, I can't just hand this over to somebody else. I've been the one that helped establish the characters, the tone of the characters. I'm the one that helped establish the kind of the tone of the stories, the tone of the world, um, through with Joe Bly. I mean, like, if you want to talk about the conversations that we had, we would talk, like, at least, it would be text, and then it would be, like, I would send him my notes, he would send them back in an email with what he's done, and we chat, and we talk for, at least we talk, have a couple conversations per episode, at least one or two. I think the most conversations we had was like we had like 3 or 4 conversations, because of it, like episode 9 and 10, I think it was, we had like the most conversations because needed to make sure that we hit, especially the ending, correct. I remember like the first episode we had a number of conversations because we had to get we just had to get the ball rolling in a great way. um and so I definitely 100% thank Joe Bly for his help and his just expertise in making this thing come to life.
Yeah.
Like, that has been like, if you do not understand, this man literally takes nothing and turns it into something. And so he is a master at what he does, and we've talked about him before, and I thank him so much. We've thanked him so much for everything. So, but yeah, no, season 2 is already in the works. We got music that I got to go listen to from Louis Palfrey. We have, and so like, yeah, I got to get all. I'm working on the scripts, and I'm gonna send all my notes back to Ashley so we can get those, locked down and finalized and stuff.
Nice. Nice. Well, did you realize that we're now only a mere 17 days away from the most epic pop culture event of the year? Whether you're a fan of comics, gaming, cosplay, or love geek culture, KaboomCon 2024 has something for everyone. Saturday, September 7th, 2024, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Carson City Community Center. What to expect? Cosplay contest. Suit up if you're the best costume and take the stage for a chance to win awesome prizes. Interactive panels, enjoy discussions and presentations in the theater and boardroom featuring industry experts and special guests. Speaking of those special guests, meet and greet with legendary comic book artist Brent Anderson, Chris Moranin, and the dynamic duo Diego and Lawrence John Iriarte. Don't miss your chance to get exclusive art and autographs and insights from the masters of the craft. In our gaming room, which is hosted by the Academy, which will be in the Bonanza Room, challenge yourself and others in tabletop and video games. At the vendor marketplace, explore a variety of booths filled with unique merchandise, art, and collectibles. Food and beverage, refuel at the food vendors in the Westside parking lot, perfect for keeping your energy up throughout the day. Special surprises and giveaways. Don't miss the final awards and raffles at the end of the day in the theater. You could walk away with some amazing swag. Tickets What are you waiting for? If you haven't grabbed yours yet, head on over to Eventbrite. Parking? Hey, if you need to, park over at Mills Park. It's just a short walk away from the venue. And stay connected. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, at KaboomCon. And don't forget to use our official hashtags, KaboomCon 2024 and hashtag KaboomCon. Share your excitement and tag us. We love seeing your posts. Get ready to geek out, whether you're coming for the cosplay, the panels, or the exclusive merch. BoomCon 2024 is the place to be for the fans of all ages. Bring your friends, family, and fellow fans for unforgettable fun. See you there, heroes.
Awesome.
More to come. Are you excited?
I am excited.
You know, what I was super excited for earlier this year, and we finally got the payoff not that long ago, and it's really actually quite literally paying off for them. The number one R-rated film of all time is now Deadpool and Wolverine.
Nice.
A note from Kevin Feige. Thanks for making Marvel Studios' first R-rated movie the biggest of all time, surpassing $1 billion. It's fantastic to see that audiences are loving this movie as much as we all loved making it. All those conversations were worth it.
Yeah.
And in the background, you see probably, I would believe, quite literally a letter from Kevin to, like, probably Ryan about, hey, don't talk about cocaine. And you can, because they literally say all of these names in the movie: Booger Sugar, Nose Beers, Bolivian Marching Powder, Forest Bump, Snorp, Sniffy Lube, Nose Line, Nosedive, a Low Blow, Blow and Arrow, Blow is Me, Blow Pop, Bumple Stillskin,
Bumble Stillskin.
Bumpty Dumpty, Dust Bowl, Dust Fun, Snowflake, and it goes on. But
yeah.
There is not. I mean, so I don't know if you know, but the only other film, rated R film, to ever surpass $1 billion, and the one that they just took over from, was Joker.
Oh, yeah, and Joker is really good.
Yeah, so you know, definitely.
Now they're taking in fact like ticket prices going up and stuff like that too, right?
I don't think that it's adjusted for inflation. No, I think it's just straight up how much has this film made.
Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, when you adjust for inflation, I mean, some films that you've probably never even heard of would be number 1 and 2, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, I know that. I've seen like the lists of like top movies, top grossing movies, and like even some of the old ones that, you know, with adjustments, like they still are under, you know, like I'm talking about like the Casablancas and stuff like that are still kind of, you know, they're still down on the list. They're on the list, but they're still down.
And I believe Jeff is referring to you, that your nickname was Snowflake in high school. No, I don't. I believe his nickname was Smokey.
Smokey.
And Jeff earlier did mention that he's excited to come up to Reno to meet Gold Dust. Yes. So, you know, a couple of moments ago, we were talking about KaboomCon, and, well, I got something else for you.
What's up?
Don't miss the Icy Sound Comics presentation at KaboomCon 2024.
Oh, snap.
Get ready for an epic experience at KaboomCon 2024.
What?
From 3:15 to 5 p.m. in the Bob Boldrick Theater, join the creative masterminds behind Icy Sound Comics, Diego and Lawrence John Iriarte, as they unveil their groundbreaking work in the world of comics and audio. Spotlight the fantastic worlds of Steamboat Willie. In this exclusive presentation, get a first look at the highly anticipated release of Mickey Mouse in the fantastic worlds of Steamboat Willie. This title brings the iconic character into a vibrant universe, combining nostalgic charm with thrilling new adventures. See how the Iriartes are pushing the boundaries of storytelling by blending stunning artwork with immersive soundscapes, making every page come alive like never before. Why you should attend? exclusive first look. Be among the first to experience Mickey Mouse and the Fantastic Worlds of Steamboat Willie, a massive upcoming release set to redefine the classic character in a whole new way. Behind the scenes insights, Lawrence and Diego Iriarte will share how they've transformed this beloved character into a comic book icon, combining visuals and audio to create a multi-sensory experience. Interactive Q&A. Don't miss your chance to ask the creators about their process, inspiration, and what it's like to bring Mickey Mouse into this new exciting universe. Experience the future of comics. Whether you're a diehard Mickey Mouse fan or eager to explore the latest in comic innovation, this presentation is a must-see. Discover how Icy Sound Comics is telling stories and creating experiences that leap off the page. Saturday, September 7th, 2024, 3:15 to 5 p.m. Bob Boldrick Theater, Carson City Community Center. Be a part of the revolution in comics at KaboomCon 2024.
Most excellent.
So this is an image from the forthcoming Ash Can. I have seen this in color. Because we're going to another level with this ash can. So if you'll recall, with the Murphy's Inc. ash can, which I have right here,
Right.
and I'll come back to this image in a moment, but I have the Murphy's Inc. ash can right here. I also have the Murphy's Inc. shirt cover. On the shirt. So beautiful cover front, beautiful color cover back, right? A sneak peek at Mickey Mouse. And on the inside, talks about the Iriartes. But then we get into the Murphy's Inc. like interior, and it's black and white, right? It's it's still amazing artwork, right? Especially when you get to that center page and
But
right?
of course.
But the other thing that I'll point out is not only is it black and white, but you notice this white border around, right?
Right.
Well, we're doing a little bit something different with Mickey Mouse and this ash can. First of all, you're not going to see any kind of like, hey, here's the Iriartes, or hey, check out 97 Now Productions or KaboomCon. That's not going to be there. That's going to be all art from Mickey Mouse. And this is going to be all in color.
What?
And for those who understand the printing industry, we're going to be going to bleed. What does that mean, James?
That's crazy.
What does that mean, James?
That's zero borders, bro.
Yes, the color goes all the way to the edges.
That's
So what you see here, this white border,
that's insanity.
we're going color all the way to the edge.
That's crazy.
We're going color throughout. So this image that you're seeing on the screen again, this will be in color. And I'm sorry, I've seen it. I'm not sharing it. It is. I mean, I was showing you before the show. I was showing you some of the images.
Yeah. I see this one.
I mean, this is literally just ink. I mean, this is sketch by Diego originally. He did the outline and everything, and then Lawrence comes behind with the ink and hits it with that black and white ink and just. I mean, if you zoom in, you can see like the detail.
It's the signature.
Is that a signature? You think that's a signature hidden in there?
Mm-hmm.
But it's amazing. Like,
go to that top, just like this top part up here. The
up
top
here?
part. Yeah. Over. Like, so you get the boat. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's insane.
So one of the things I will
the stuff off the front, like how real it looks coming off the front, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So clean.
We got Jimmy from Pop Culture Boom checking in. Jimmy and I are going to be next week. We're going to be interviewed by the Nevada Appeal. So him and I are going to meet up over at KNVC Studios, take some photos and chat with a reporter about KaboomCon. Jimmy's got quite a few interviews lined up for himself to really kick the tires, if you will, on KaboomCon to get the word out there. But I mean, this image, I was talking with Lawrence because I said we need to show something. I want to be able to get something out there for people to visually see, to understand that, like, what you guys are doing is just amazing, right?
Out
And
of the
and,
world.
and this is again all hand drawn, all hand inked.
Mhm.
Now, when we get to the color some of the time is watercolor, some of the time is digital.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to tell you which one's which. And Jimmy says when it comes to the interviews, I could join in them all as well. I I trust you to handle business. There's a reason we picked you to be the ambassador, Jimmy. If you need me, I'll be there. But you know,
So just call his name. He'll be there.
So yeah, this and as you saw earlier with some of the other images are just amazing. So one of the things that people don't know, and I'm not going to show it off here, Lawrence and Diego actually made a model of the boat.
What?
They have a very large model in their home of Steamboat Willie that they made so that when they're doing the art, they can get the angles on how they want the ship to look. So when they draw it, it's perfect.
So crazy.
Yeah, I have pictures, and I'm not going to show them off. You know why? Because they're bringing the model to KaboomCon.
Oh, shoot.
So if you want to see the model, you need to come to KaboomCon.
Oh, my God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Another thing that's going to get unveiled at KaboomCon, and I'm not showing you any more images. I made a mistake earlier, so if you missed it, sorry. Another thing that's going to get unveiled at KaboomCon is we have, well, I shouldn't say we, Lawrence, along with Marin Espiritu from Figure X, have designed a Mickey Mouse figurine. This thing is amazing. It is
Huh?
It is amazing. I don't even know how to describe it and do it justice aside from to say it is Mickey Mouse from this comic in an action pose, and he will be no, not like that. He will. Yeah, no. He will be. This figurine will be on display. It'll be. I already got the dimensions. It is 12 by 9 by 9, 12 inches tall, 9 wide, 9 deep. It is a, and so this first one,
action figure.
this first one that it's going to go in a case. This is the prototype, if you will. But we will have a very limited supply on sale at KaboomCon.
You better get it.
Seriously, like these, I can't stress enough. These are going to be. If you are a collector, you're going to want this. If you are a Disney fan, a Mickey Mouse fan, you are going to want this. If you aren't any of those things, I think you're still going to want this. Because
I don't like toys. You will like this one.
I wouldn't call this a toy. It is a figurine.
It's
it
a
is not.
figurine.
It is not an action.
You do not open this. You leave this in the case.
Yes, you leave this in the case because I'm telling you right now, this thing is going to be worth money. Do not open it.
Money, 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 money.
Yeah,
Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
Yes. Hey, James.
Yes, Mark.
So I've got something else.
What's up, man?
Hold, please.
Please
What's
hold.
going on? My computer is like wigging out over here, man.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Sorry. Calling all heroes. Volunteer at KaboomCon 2024. Do you have a passion for pop culture and want to be part of the most exciting event of the year? KaboomCon 2024 in Carson City seeks enthusiastic volunteers to help make this year's convention the best. Saturday, September 7th, 2024, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Carson City Community Center. Why volunteer? Be part of the action. Get behind the scenes access to the con. Meet fellow fans and be crucial in creating an unforgettable experience for all attendees. Gain experience. We are especially looking for folks with technical theater skills.
Yeah.
If you know your way around sound, lighting, or other tech equipment, we need you. Volunteer requirements. Minimum commitment. 4 hours of volunteer time on the event day. Theater tech experience. If you've got the skills in sound, lighting, or other technical aspects of theater, we especially want you on the team. Positive attitude, a love for all things geeky, and a willingness to help make KaboomCon 2024 a fantastic event. Are you ready to join the team? Sign up now by heading over to the Google form. Please, it's on our Facebook page, it's on our Instagram. Go over. Be sure to let us know if you have theater tech experience.
Yeah.
Stay connected. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at KaboomCon. Tag your friends who might want to volunteer too. Don't forget to use our official hashtags.
Do it.
This is your chance to be a real life hero and make a difference at the ultimate Comic Con in Carson City. Let's make KaboomCon 2024 an event to remember. Sign up now. Get ready to geek out with us.
Get ready.
So if you haven't got your tickets, there's that QR code.
Boom, boom, boom.
And just in case that one doesn't work because it's on the screen,
Bong, bong.
I'll bet you this one does.
Bong, bong.
Hit that one up.
Hit it.
Volunteers, man, we need them. Hit your people up.
Get them.
I was not we've talked about this before. I was not expecting this event to be as big as it is. I literally just sent out invoices to 2 more vendors that signed up in the last 24 hours because we still have a little bit of space. We still got a little bit of space outside, only outside. I don't got any
outside.
It's
open air, so it's nice.
I am maximizing the heck out of this thing.
Yep.
We will have over 75 vendors.
You say 7, 5?
Yes. We've got food vendors, we've got beverage vendors, we've got 3D printers, we've got artists, we've got everything in between. We've got Kyber Cave, who fantastic, amazing. I don't think they're allowed to call them lightsabers. I think they have to call them light up swords or
light swords.
Swords. Speaking of, Kyber Cave has a podcast I didn't know, and I'll be joining them on their show in the very near future. Talk about the event coming up.
Nice.
But yeah, they'll be joining us. We've got a lot of board game, tabletop game, trading card game companies coming.
Nice.
We've got 3 Arrows, local business. We've got Dyson Duels. We've got Goblin Card Belcher. So many. I don't even want to I hate naming one because I don't have the full list in front of me, and I feel like I got to name them all.
They're. Oh, you know what? I need to ask him about that. I saw this thing pop up on my Instagram. They make their own. They make these mugs that also double as dice rollers and stuff like that. I was like, yo, I need to know if Card Belcher knows about that.
I actually have seen that. So yeah. Hold, please. I'm trying to, because I did it and I feel like I'm gonna have to do this anyways. I'm gonna literally. Are you ready? I'm gonna call out every single vendor right now.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Here we go. Figure X, Icy Sound Comics, Brent Anderson, Chris Moranin, Distance Nerding, Horror Dads Productions, SYD Studios. We've got Dreamwell Comics and Grimm's Empire. We've got Brad Johnson from the Lake Tahoe Comic-Con. May I Art, Affect Comics, Angela Lavergita Books, 3 Arrows Games, Berry Milk Tea, Kitsune's Treasures, The Bearded Brush and Blade, Tenebris Anima Comics, Carl's Videomations, Michael K. Feliciani, Dyson Duels, The Infamous Rebel, Lucas Collectibles, Kyber Cave, Brittanyana Creations, Freckled Fingers Creation, Wood Devil Designs, Chuck Dog Collectibles, Butterfly Dark Creations, Alley Cat Curiosities, Redwood Comics, Pop Thrash, Stephen H. Provost, Long-Legged Something Press, Sweet Dreams Books, Cosmic Cuddles, Gen 7 Comics, Orb Weaver 3D LLC, Kobold's Keep, Retro Replay, Indie Press Revolution, Jade Griffin, author, and Derpy Designs, author Spencer Stoner, Lavendorium, Ink Drop Press, Fused Fiction Studio, Jackie Turner, Goblin Card Belcher, Stephen Myler Art, Mama's Arts, The Golden Rose, Kaboom Crawl, MC Hutton, urban fantasy author. I'm not done. That's just inside the gym.
Oh, okay.
Up in the lobby area, just outside the theater, we'll have Cold Nose Rescue and Sanctuary, 95.1 FM KNVC, Cosplay for Kindness, Carson Victory Rollers. Let's head on outside to the West Side parking lot, shall we? We've got the Crafty Cookie, Bubble Tea Corner, Poncho's Tacos, Hungry Hog, Tuk Tuk Yum Yum, The Busboy LLC, Bonfire Coffee, Renewal by Anderson, Just Scones, Kona Ice, Blizzard Wolf Art, Luis Rios Comics, Anna Montgomery, award-winning author, White Tiger Prince, Stitch Me Baby One More Time Crafts, Rogers Rainbow, Arwin Amy, Pug Life 419, Monstar Creations, McForey's Fartworks, author Patrick Harris, Prism Prince 3D, Creepy Sweets. And like I said, I've got 3 more with invoices out.
No, that would be 75, I think.
So yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo. Ooh, wait.
Yeah. So if you're a vendor at KaboomCon,
There's a whole lot of going on.
I have said your name, so you can't get mad at me for calling out some and not everyone.
We did it. You did it. You did it. It's like a Dora the Explorer episode on that one.
Switching gears a little bit.
Switch it up.
Did you check this out? Welcome to Cotino. They're finally showing off the models. Obviously, it's just 3D generated graphics, but
I did see it. It looks like what we've seen.
Yeah, those houses look nice. It's interesting because
It's a lot of greenery in the desert.
that's true, but what I was more interested in is all of the walls around the houses. They appear to be walls as opposed to fences.
Yeah.
And all of the houses appear to have kind of like an entry way that's kind of walled and has a separate door before you even get to the front door.
It looks like there's like the gate. There's like, so when you're driving up, there's the gate that opens up, and then you pull into your driveway, and then the gate closes behind you, and then there looks like there's a garage, and you go in your garage.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird, honestly.
I've seen it before.
I guess, but I mean, I feel like it's a little unnecessary. I don't know.
Then you make your own community, and then you get to decide.
Fine. I would love to have a house here someday. But these homes are going to be way out of my price range.
I'm thinking like a $2 million at least.
And Jimmy's wondering, why didn't I hear Pop Culture Kaboom? Well, because Pop Culture Kaboom
isn't the name. Duh.
Doesn't have its own booth for one.
Duh.
You're going to be, you and Rob are going to be running around doing events and activities and engaging with people. So even if I gave you a booth, who would man it?
Duh.
Did you hear a booth for 97 and Now Productions?
Well, we
I mean, we don't have room. Originally I did. I had like a booth for when Ashley was originally planning to come.
That's right.
I did have a booth specifically for Oak Bridge, and I had a booth for Murphy's Inc., and I had a booth for 97 and Now, and James would man it. No, James
I got something to do too, bro.
Yeah. You know what? Fine. Jimmy's going there. You know what? Give me a second. Let's just.
You made him break it out, bro.
All right.
Why are you making him break it out?
Let's go back, shall we? Let's talk about the KaboomCon main stage schedule.
Let's get it.
10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Reno Video Game Symphony.
Yay. Which introduction by your boys.
The Fat and Black Connection. 11:15 to noon, the Chris Moranin panel moderated by Lawrence Uriarte.
Boom.
12:10 to 12:35, Cosplay Parade of Costumes. hosted by,
Me
and
you, Jimmy.
that's right, Jimmy Jones from Pop Culture Kaboom and James Devereaux Lewis, the Black of Fat and Black Connection.
That's correct.
Next up at 12:45 to 1:35, the Brent Anderson panel, moderated by Lawrence Iriarte.
That's correct.
From 2 to 3, Pop Culture Kaboom live broadcast.
Oh yeah, that's you, Jimmy, and Rob.
3:15 to 5, Icy Sound Comics panel.
That's Lawrence, Diego, and probably Jam,
And more.
and more.
And more. 5:15 to 5:55, awards and raffle. Who's doing that?
That's me and you, Jimmy.
Let's head over to the boardroom. A little bit smaller, still seats about 80.
Yeah, let's
10
go in there.
10:20 a.m. to 10:50 a.m. Dreamwell Comics Shop Chatter with Robert and Jimmy.
That's you, Jimmy, and Robert from Dreamwell.
That panel is going to be titled Collector versus Investor.
That's correct.
11:05 to noon. Filmmaking in Northern Nevada with Horror Dads Productions and the infamous Rebel.
Yeah, those are movie guys.
12:10 to 1. Wolfsbane in Bloom. An author panel with Stephen Provo, Jade Griffin, and MC Hutton.
Is that hosted by Distance Nerding?
That is both of those last two panels, the filmmaking and the Wolfsbane, hosted or moderated by Distance Nerding.
Okay.
1:10 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. 97 to Now Productions Cavalcade of Voice Actors, moderated by
Me, James Devereaux Lewis.
2:40 to 3:30 Cosplaying on a Budget. Presentation by Cosplay for Kindness. That's right.
It was actually supposed to be somebody else, but I guess she's not able to make it.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Sad. I was really hoping to meet her.
Yeah. I think she's actually in the area. I'm a little weirded out, so maybe she doesn't want to talk to us. Or maybe she'll be there. Who knows? 3:45 p.m. to 5:05 p.m. Life of an Indie Comic Creator. Panel hosted by
Distance Nerding.
That's right. And panelists from Gen 7 Comics, SYD Studio, and Redwood Comics.
Ooh.
So SYD Studio, Stephen Yu. I actually got to hang out with that guy yesterday.
Stephen Yu. Okay.
Stephen YU, last name.
So
I got to hang out with Stephen yesterday. We met up over at...
we talked about him on the show.
Yeah, we hung out over at Coffee and Comics. Over, have you ever been over off of Moana? This is my first time. But we met up over there. I didn't realize Coffee and Comics has beer.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Coffee,
the downside
beer.
The downside was our conversation got cut off because they started having open mic night comedy.
Oh, jeez. Mm-hmm.
Had to get out of there. But it was nice. It was cool to hang out with him. He's a Bay Area guy.
Oh, nice.
He just moved up to Northern Nevada in June.
Yeah. That's maybe why the name sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard that name before.
I mean, you probably met him at Silver Age, worst case.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just, yeah. Anyway.
He had a booth right next to someone else you know that is also an organizer of conventions.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, getting back to, hey, we've got, speaking of, Lawrence John Iriarte checking in.
Cool guy.
Obviously, he's a fan of Steven.
Yeah. He's a cool guy.
So, just to call out some of these schedules, more specifically, since Jimmy's being a little bit of a dick, Jimmy's schedule, just him, the only time he has free from the time this thing starts, he's got a little bit of a lunch break between 11 and 12.
Right.
He's got a little bit again of a break between 12:40 and 1:35.
Right.
And he's got a little bit of a break. This is actually probably his biggest break from 3:10 to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
But my gut tells me he's going to want to be in the theater for the Icy Sound Comics presentation.
Excuse me. 100%.
So
I think everybody's going to want to be in there for that, just so you know.
Anybody in their right mind is not going to want to miss that.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Lawrence's schedule, since Lawrence just checked in, he's going to be busy a lot of the event. He's got some free time between 12:05 and 12:30. I said a little bit. He's then got a little bit of a break again between 1:40 and 3 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
But that's it.
But he's got
your biggest break is at the start of the event, pretty much after the introduction of the event and bringing on having Reno Video Game Symphony take it away. You've got from 10:10 to about noon.
Yeah.
But then after that, your breaks are from 12:40 to 1. You've got 20 minutes. And then your big break, 2:35 to 5. But again, you're probably going to want to be in the Icy Sound Comics.
No, I'll be there.
And Distance Nerding, they've got a 5-minute break between their first two panels. And then they've got a hour and 20 minutes between the second and third panel. So people are hustling, man. People
every day I'm hustling.
Indeed. So it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a thing.
Speaking of things, let's move on to talk about some negative stuff for a moment, shall we? The Acolyte is dead. Star Wars series won't return for a season 2.
Cause all you haters.
We will never hear the tale of Darth Plagueis.
It's all your faults, people. I don't like this show. Blah blah blah. Like, shut up.
Just enjoy it.
It was good. And yeah, the whole thing with the Jedi, I really like the fact that the Jedi it gave a whole different side to the Jedi.
Yeah, they're not what you thought they were based on what you saw in, like, the Skywalker saga. They're not all like, and I mean, Luke, you see in the sequel trilogy, if you will, 7, 8, and 9. I mean, his representation of Jedi and what Jedi were after the fall and everything.
He was disillusioned by it.
Lauren says they should do a comic book for season 2. I don't disagree. I want to know the story of Darth Plagueis.
I mean, if that is Darth Plagueis, whatever it is, I just want to know more. Like, I want to know how this ends, bro. Like,
I want more of the backstory on how these girls were created.
Honestly, the fact that I also think one of the issues with this is that Filoni and Favreau were not involved.
And Jimmy over Pop Culture Kaboom says it was horribly written. Jimmy, did you watch it? Because it's a prequel and you don't watch prequels. So I think it was much better than a lot of people give it credit for.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was amazing, but I do think it deserved
for the story that it was giving. It was a new story, bro, and that's what we need. We need, like, out of this. We have enough within this trilogy. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, actually, not even trilogy. In the 6 movies that, sorry, not even 6, 9 movies. Jeez. Plus, there's 8. So let's see. So we have 9, 10, 11. Sorry, there's like 11 films.
11 films, numerous series.
Yeah, and even Mandalorian and Ahsoka and Book of Boba.
Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Clone Wars, Bad Batch,
Rebellion.
Yeah, so you got a ton of stuff. Oh, and even what was the other one? What was that not computer animated? It was like that weird animation style that's supposed to be
Visions?
No, not Visions. There was another episode thing. I can't remember the name of it right now. It doesn't really matter. It had like Bo for like the first episode and a whole thing. Anyways, but that whole deal is there's a lot within that world. We've seen it. And yes, I mean, they can still build off of stuff in that world, and I have zero problem with it. I still enjoy that. But to see something that was beforehand, to see stuff we've never seen before, like, that's what's intriguing. I mean, even Andor is set within this time period.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, so, like, give me like this. What I really enjoyed about this is that it's way before there is yes, the Jedi, and you know, Coruscant is established. The Jedi Temple is on Coruscant. We know that, but they are not infallible. They're there's some semi corruption going on in there, which is nice. You know, so it's not these holier than thou Jedi that we've known. This is early on and within the or well, not the order itself, but within like this what we've learned as established, and so 100 years before. So I mean, like, I don't know what y'all wanted. Did you need there was the intrigue portion, there was like the grittiness. I mean, like, this was really gritty when you think about it. Not as gritty as Andor, but it definitely deserved more. But these people out here just hating, and I think it had. I mean, you know, whatever.
And Lawrence says, doing a comic costs nothing. Yeah, pretty close. I mean, comparative to doing a live action show, of course.
100.
And Jimmy says, Alien Romulus was technically a prequel, and I enjoyed it. It all depends on how it's done.
True, but
he didn't answer my question, though. Jimmy,
did you watch this show?
You watch the show? Did you watch it in its entirety?
Not just an episode. Talking about the entire thing.
Yeah, I think that's important. And he very well may have, and still think that it in general was horribly written. I'm not sure, but I don't think it was amazingly written. It's not the best Star Wars series. So
no,
far.
And again, I have
it is better than Solo.
Well, most things are better than Solo. I think this was one of those things where I think, because that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the names on there. I was looking for Filoni. Oh, really? That's. Ugh.
So what he says? No, I couldn't stomach it. What did you watch? And how do you get to say it was horribly written if you didn't watch it?
Yeah, if you only watched like one episode, one or two. Actually, you needed to get through like the first two episodes personally, and then the third is where it kind of started, you know, really kind of getting into it.
And he says the Christmas special was better than Solo, or better than this, because no,
definitely not.
And again, all I'm going to say is everyone's entitled to their opinion. I just want people to base opinions on facts. And you can't have facts if you don't seek them out on your own. If you're making the statement that it's horribly written, the insinuation is that you watched it and can make that statement. I watched it.
Stomach it.
I watched it, and I can say that it was not amazingly written.
No,
but it was not as bad as Solo.
And the thing is that, like, again, I think one of my things, and it wasn't even a big thing, is just like, I was like, after the first episode, I was like, oh, weird. Filoni and Favreau are on this one. So.
I would say I did not like Book of Boba Fett. I thought it was okay. I thought the best part of Book of Boba Fett was when it turned back into like Mandalorian season 2.5 or whatever.
I liked Boba Fett, but that's because I liked Boba. You know, like, it was kind of nice seeing more of Boba Fett.
I guess, but I mean, the stuff that really revolved around Boba Fett, it was just kind of meh to me. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't great. I would say that this show, if you take away the Mandalorian aspect of Book of Boba Fett, this show probably would have been better. And Jimmy says this is a conversation we need to have in person. Well, guess what? We're going to be on your show. The Fat and Black Connection comes to Pop Culture Kaboom very soon. We got Daryl checking in. This is America. We don't do actual facts. Fake news. Jimmy, right now, you're fake news. Speaking of actual facts, though, evidently the Emmys are now giving away awards to video games. So I don't know if you know, but What If came out with an immersive story through one of the VR, like Oculus or whatever, where you could basically live out this what if story, and they received a Emmy for outstanding innovation in emerging media.
That's not so that's not technically it's an award, yes, but it's one of those, in an earlier event we gave these awards away.
It's still an Emmy.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying no, this is like just for innovation within the TV and film, or yeah, TV and film.
Whatever. It's still an Emmy. I would take it.
Oh, 100%.
If they were like, hey, we're having you fly out on a Tuesday to come receive an Emmy for Oak Bridge, I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah, here's an Emmy in audio drama. Oh, amazingness. I'm there.
No, I mean, definitely 100%. I'm like, yeah. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying this is, these are those awards that they give out in, they talk about in an award ceremony last week. We gave the awards for, whatever.
I'm still not sure why you're hating.
I'm not hating. I'm just telling you I'm just telling you that's what that is. It's just like it's an Emmy. That's the Emmys that they give out like before the actual Emmy award show.
All right. On this next one, I'm gonna let you take this one because I'm curious to see your thoughts.
What? Oh, this? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, this is like something I'm interested in because I've always wanted to go to the Hollywood Bowl, but like I've never been. And this is, man, like the last time I really wanted to go to the Hollywood Bowl was for the Muppets. The Muppets were doing a thing at the Hollywood Bowl, and I couldn't go. Not because I couldn't go; it's just because I don't even know why I couldn't go. Whatever, doesn't really matter. But anyways, this will be something that I'd be also very interested to see, but it just happens to be the weekend before KaboomCon, and I won't be around. So, but yeah, no, this looks really cool. The music from the Marvel films is epic in itself. So getting to see it live at the Hollywood Bowl with what it looks like, at least from the trailer, it looks like there's going to be more screens, it's going to be more kind of immersive, fireworks and pyro and all sorts of stuff going on for this thing. So, I mean, I'm like, whatever it is, I'm kind of like, yo, this would be definitely something to see. I'm really hoping that they record it and they put it on Disney Plus for those of us that aren't fortunate enough to be able to see it. Now they did have 2 dates on there. I think it was the 30th. Yeah, it was the 30th and the 31st of August, which is cool. But at the same time, I really hope that they record it. I would hope they could do another few dates. That would be awesome as well. And then, I'd definitely be like, yo, I'm just going to figure it out and go. And then, hopefully if they put it on, if they do not do that, hopefully they put it on Disney Plus like they did for the Encanto and the Coco thing. And this is, yeah. Ooh, yo, what if they pull out the drones, bro? But am I juiced? I'm juiced to see it. Yeah, but if so, I mean, if I get to actually go, I mean, if they add a couple more dates or something and I'm able to go, I will make that happen for sure. I will make that drive to go see that. But yeah, no, we'll see. Like I said, hopefully they add a couple dates. If not, oh well, but hopefully they put it on the TV so I can at least experience it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
This next one, I'm surprised. So we last week we spent a lot of time talking about D23 and all the stuff coming out of there.
Yeah, this didn't appear. Yeah,
you would think. What was that? More questions? I heard a weird squeak, if that's what you're referring to. Otherwise, I don't know what that was. So yeah, going back to like D23, I'm surprised they didn't release this or unveil this there. Maybe it just wasn't ready for some reason.
Maybe not. But, yeah, maybe it wasn't.
Lego Pixar Bricktoons.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Lego.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Pixar.
Yeah.
I am,
let our powers combine.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Well, like we talked about this prior. If these Lego sets do not exist, they need to, because I've seen the cars, but I've only seen them in Duplo. I have not seen Coco. I have not seen Brave. I have not seen The Incredibles, and I have not seen Finding Nemo. So if they are giving me these in cartoon form, I need them in actual brick form.
And you would buy them?
Yes. Actually, I buy the Finding Nemo because those are going to be kind of intricate. I buy the Incredibles just because I really like the Incredibles, and I'd probably buy Coco for sure. If they have something with Toy Story, or these look. I mean, if this is the only ones, then yeah. But
I'm guessing these will not be the only ones. I'm guessing this is like
just the poster type thing they use for it. But yeah,
or it's the first round, and
yeah, there'll probably be more later. No, I mean, like whatever they do, I'm down. But like, I think I would really like to. Some of these, I would definitely like to build for sure.
And what was the last Lego set you bought?
The last one that I got was the Hogwarts train and these figurines. I got those from Jeff, so I didn't actually technically buy them. I got them from him.
Okay. So you ready for more?
Yeah.
KaboomCon. Let's do this one. Get ready for the ultimate cosplay contest at KaboomCon 2024. Attention all cosplayers, whether you're channeling your favorite superhero, anime character, or iconic villain. It's time to show off your creativity and craftsmanship at the KaboomCon 2024 cosplay contest. Saturday, September 7th, 2024 at the Carson City Community Center. Contest categories: DC, Marvel, Indies, Star Wars, Disney, anime, video games, and group cosplay. Trophies and prizes. We're giving away trophies for first place in each category, plus other fantastic prizes for standout performances. Whether you're a seasoned cosplayer or trying it out for the first time, this is your chance to shine on the KaboomCon stage. Judged by Cosplay for Kindness. We're honored to have Cosplay for Kindness judging this year's contest. Their commitment to creativity and community makes them the perfect team to select our winners. Get ready to impress with your craftsmanship and character portrayals. Cosplay Parade of Costumes. Be sure to catch the Cosplay Parade of Costumes hosted by Jimmy Jones and James Devereaux Lewis at 12:10 to 12:35 on the main stage. Show off your amazing costumes and enjoy the spotlight. Haven't secured your tickets yet? Don't miss out. Get your tickets over to Eventbrite now. And remember, stay connected. Share your cosplay progress and excitement using the hashtags KaboomCon 2024 and hashtag KaboomCon. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at KaboomCon for updates and behind-the-scenes content. Suit up and join us at KaboomCon 2024 for a cosplay contest like no other.
There's a question I had.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't remember it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really matter.
Okay, so with that being said, I thought this would be a fantastic opportunity for me to show off. So we talked about that amazing Icy Sound comics panel that's going to be happening.
Mm-hmm.
And at that panel, some of the things that we talked about earlier, showed off a little bit of Mickey Mouse in the Fantastic Worlds of Steamboat Willie.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we'll be talking about Murphy's Inc. Comic book. How about the Fantastic Furious Fury Frog?
Oh, snap. Look at that right there. I said I like the way you do that right there.
I mean, we did mention it, but I'm still going to show it off. How about the Mickey Mouse and the Fantastic Worlds of Steamboat Willie?
Nice.
Or how about Midgard?
No. Ooh. Ooh.
Or how about the Phantom Skull?
No, you haven't touched my records. Yeah. Oh, dang. That looks so clean.
I really loved the way this one turned out. Deebs.
Nice. Now clean this up.
I'm the one that ends up having to clean it up. So talking about KaboomCon some more. We got some new vendors.
Oh,
Author Patrick Harris joining us.
hello, Patrick Harris.
Mentioned him earlier, but this is his
Yes.
official. Here's his post with some of his
The
books.
Waterman Chronicles.
The Waterman Chronicles.
Oh, Waterman.
And the Defenders of Dembrock.
Dembrock.
So, yeah.
Okay. Cool deal.
We also have Prism Prince 3D.
Prism Prince.
So they've got their dragons are pretty cool.
Yeah, looks like it.
I just wish they didn't put their logo behind all of their stuff.
It happens. That's why they have it up top. What are you talking about?
I did this. What are you talking about? They put it up top.
Well, they had one that didn't have stuff all on it.
Anyways, did you check out the new episode of Meet the Crew from NCL?
No.
I thought you might actually like this one because this is a one that's about theater. So it was focusing on this gentleman who is a costume designer for all of the shows that happen on the ships.
Oh, that's cool.
And this one's actually longer. Most of the ones where they've done a Meet the Crew, it's usually like 4 to 5 minutes. This one's almost 9 minutes.
That's good. There's a lot to do with costumes, bro.
It really is.
A lot to go into it.
I thought this was interesting. So
Okay.
I'm not sure why you're not giving this show any love.
I just haven't really watched, man. Not that I don't like it. It's just that I don't watch it.
James, we are going on an NCL cruise in a mere 544 days.
Yeah.
We are going on a Panama Canal cruise.
I'm not going to meet these guys.
You never know. You never know.
They're not even, what ship are they on?
Well, this guy isn't. He's based out of Florida. But who knows? He could be there. He could be
Yeah, they actually, did they load the costumes up on this? Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
No, their costume shop in this video is amazing. It's like 10 rows deep, double-sided, but 5 stories tall.
Oh, snap. Never mind. I need to check this out then.
Yeah, they have to use like a scissor lift to get up to the top to get some of the costumes.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically like a giant warehouse. But yeah, we're going to Panama. Well, we're going to Miami, and then we're leaving out of Miami to go to LA via the Panama Canal. So for those of you interested in enjoying our company on the first ever 97 Now Productions cruise through Panama Canal.
Yeah, no, this isn't the first 97 to Now Productions cruise. This is the second, technically, but the first.
Yes. Last time we went to Alaska.
Yeah, the first that goes a long way.
Yeah, this is a long one, by the way. And Jeff says,
That's 5.
you don't have time to watch these because you're too busy with the ladies. I call BS.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, if you're interested in the Panama Canal cruise, hit us up, message us over on Facebook or Instagram. Let us know that you're interested. We'll send you the link to the private group.
Yeah.
We're getting
This
fantastic
isn't busy.
discounts. Not for much longer. Once it hits 450 days or less, the discount on the cruise goes from 15% off of any existing price. So, like, just because I'm curious, let's pop on over, shall we, to ncl.com.
You do that. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. So for those of you that don't know, NCL is Norwegian Cruise Line. Right now, they're offering 70% off the second guest. So this is common. We see this where they will do 35% off your cruise, but then they say 70% off second guest. It ends up breaking out the same. This is their normal offer on the day-to-day basis. Sometimes it'll go up. Sometimes you'll see 45%, 50%, but usually that's around the holidays. The best time to book is when you see a good deal and they're offering what's called Cruise First. And they usually do that at like a $200 to $300 match. And what that ultimately means is that you pay $200 and they match that to go towards your deposit. And it might not sound like a lot on a cruise that's going to cost you thousands of dollars, but hey, free money is free money. You got to take it. So right now, that's what they're offering: 70% off second guest. So whatever the cruise fare would be on a cruise, on top of whatever this deal is when you book, you would get an additional 15% off if you book between now and 450 days out for the cruise. Once we get to 450 and less, that goes down to 10%. So I can't stress enough, if you're thinking about doing this, you really need to make this decision in the next 94 days.
Just put the money down.
And that's right. You only have to do a deposit. And usually it's only of a couple $100. And then you have until 90 days out from the cruise to make final payment. And what I would highly recommend, make regular payments. I don't know if James has paid anything yet on this cruise, aside from the deposit. I'm guessing he hasn't. But I would highly recommend, you know what, throw $100 a paycheck at it if you can. Whatever the case may be, helps pay it down. We're so far out, but it's going to go by fast.
Mm-hmm. It definitely will be.
We learned that by experience. When we started organizing the whole Alaska cruise, we started planning it over a year out, and that went by super fast.
Super duper fast.
So this time we were like, okay, let's plan out further. Let's give people more time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when we first started this, we were like 700 days out.
Mm-hmm.
So
I thought we were more.
Maybe. I don't even remember now.
Yeah, I think it was like 800 something.
Yeah, you might be right. But I can't stress enough, if you're even thinking about it, lock in a price now. Because here's the other nice thing.
That money rolls over, baby.
We have a personal cruise consultant. His name is Terry. Great guy. And if you book today, and let's say 5 months from now, the price has gone down, you get to adjust that.
He'll hook it up, baby.
He will adjust it down to whatever that price is. Now, bear in mind, if we've gone under that 450 days, then you got to do some math, because you might lose the 5%, because it goes from 15% discount to 10% discount for being a part of the group. So you got to do the math, and you got to say, okay, is it better for me to get this lower rate, or does that 5% kind of offset? You know what I mean? So
he'll help you out too.
Yeah. And he'll try to make sure you're getting the better deal.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. I love working with the guy. So if you're even remotely interested, hit us up. We will give you all of the information. And we know this ship. It's the same ship we went on for the Alaska cruise.
And the nice thing is, like, honestly, like, if you put the money down and you can't go for some reason, then you can get that money back. Or at least, you won't get the money back, but you can roll it over to another cruise.
Yes. So that's where, you can do the insurance, and if something happens, you got to cancel, you can get some of the money back, right? But some of it would just roll forward to another cruise.
Yeah.
If you do a cruise first, like I did, like I believe you did, James, did you do a cruise first?
I can't remember.
Where they do the matching?
Yeah.
So on that, you can't get that back, but you can, again, use it on another cruise. So
right.
And certainly we're going on cruises. Speaking of cruises, I'm not sure how to segue. Did you check out the new Kraven the Hunter new trailer?
Actually, I did see this trailer. So I saw a Red Band trailer, matter of fact, which I was like, oh.
This is pretty bloody.
Yeah, no, but hey, yo, if they're doing what I think and what I look like was Rhino showing up, so excited for that.
That was Rhino. There is no anybody who doesn't think or know that that's Rhino would be out their damn mind. That was Rhino.
Yeah, but like the way that he is in, like, it's grown. You see it growing on him the way it does.
So what do you think? Do you think they're trying to build to a true Sinister Six?
Oh yeah, they have to, because there's no reason to do this movie. And actually, it looks like this movie's changed. I don't know, or at least from I remember that first trailer that we got. It looks like the movie's kind of changed up some. I don't know if that's true or not, but.
When I saw this image, first thing I thought was, wait, when did they cast Kraven as Seth Rollins? Did they change actors? Did I miss something?
I don't know. I don't even remember who the original actor was.
It still is. It's the same actor. It just...
Oh, it just looks different. Yeah, his name is Aaron. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like it
So,
looks way. I mean, not way different, but this trailer definitely gives a different feel.
so if you think they're building to Sinister Six, who would it be? Because we've got Venom,
So you got Venom,
Craven,
you have Morbius,
Morbius,
and
Rhino, the
Rhino.
Vulture.
They brought in Vulture.
So who would be 6?
Uh, so what was it? I mean, that team kind of revolved. It was
You could bring in a Goblin. You could bring in, you know,
Electro. You could bring in Sandman.
I don't think they would bring anybody that they've already used in like
Right.
No Way Home or something.
Right.
I don't think they'd do a Doc Ock. I don't think they'd.
Actually, that would be Doc Ock was one of the ones that was like always there.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them doing a Hobgoblin maybe.
Yeah, I could maybe. I mean, it all depends on. It depends on what they do with. They might give us some kind of clue in the next Venom movie or something.
And Jimmy thinks Sandman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't.
But we've used Sand. I mean, like I said, if you're not trying to use somebody they've already used, then
Scorpion. I mean, they never really dove into him, but they did introduce him.
Did they?
If you recall, yeah, he was introduced in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man in that prison scene in the post credits with Vulture. They didn't make it obvious, but he had a scorpion tattoo on his arm.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to see. Okay, who else haven't they used? Shocker. We've already used Mysterio.
They've used Electro, not Shocker. Yeah.
Black Cat.
Black Cat was a part of the Sinister Six.
I'm just looking at
She's not really even a villain. She's like she's. I mean, if they did like a Black Cat movie, you could.
You know who I want to see them use? I want to see a live action version of Mr. Negative. Because he was only for the video game. He was created for the video game, and I think he was an amazing villain.
What was Oh, I guess he's dead. Never mind. I was thinking about the one from Madam Web.
Yeah, I didn't watch that garbage, so I don't know.
Actually, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as people made it sound.
And Jimmy says they used 2 versions of the Shocker in the movies already.
When? They used Electro.
I remember Electro. I don't remember the Shocker.
I don't remember Shocker is he has like the weird, and he's just.
Yeah.
They've used Shocker. I know they've used Rhino before, but that was like Paul Giamatti, and it was in a Rhino suit, and that was kind of lame.
Yeah, they have not used Hobgoblin. They have not used Prowler.
No, I guess
It was Green Goblin.
It was Hobgoblin is the orange suit.
Mm-hmm.
Prowler they have in the Spider-Verse.
Okay, I was talking live action.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But man, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, I would like a Mr. Negative. I think that would be.
So he's not in comics or anything? He's just in the game?
Yeah, no, that was a character created for the game.
All right.
So, speaking of video games, and Jimmy says the first Shocker was killed by the Vulture, and Shocker 2 was the other guy he gave the gauntlet to.
Oh, is these guys? Oh, these were in the. Okay, so it was the stuff they picked up from Stark Tower.
That I feel like that's a stretch.
I think. I mean, technically, yes. I guess he was the Shocker, but but at the same time, wasn't.
And what about we never got a payoff with Donald Glover. What do you think happened there?
What do you mean?
So he was in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man. He was one of the guys that was selling stuff out of his trunk.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe we'll see him in some of the other stuff that's coming.
It's just weird, right? Like you would think, especially somebody that's pretty well known, Childish Gambino, Donald Glover. He's he's Community was huge. He won Grammys and awards for Childish Gambino, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had a very bit part in that film, but it felt like it was setting up for something, and then it never went anywhere.
It might. I mean, we don't know. They could be setting up for something else. Who knows?
Yeah, we do know that Marvel is all about the long con. So
Yeah. So I mean, they could be setting up something for later on. But yeah, I mean, like I could. Yeah, Donald Glover. I mean, this next, he's always doing something different. So I mean, he just might have wanted to be in a Marvel movie and be just something small real quick and then move on.
yeah, I guess maybe. Going back to speaking about video games, though, this last couple days, huge gaming convention happening, and we got some introductory type images for Mafia, a new Mafia game. I don't know. Have you ever played any of the Mafia series?
Mm-mm.
I will say, so I played the first one. I thought it was really good. It was like classic Mafia. It very much had a very like Godfather feel to it, which I loved.
Mhm.
2 and 3 was not as good, but this is set in Italy in and around the 1900s. This looks like something I'll probably really enjoy. Thoughts? Did you check it out?
Yeah, no, I just didn't see a whole lot to it.
No, it's like the teaser of teasers. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it was like you hear the I guess either some kind of liquor or wine being poured, and then you just kind of like a
this thing of ours.
yeah, little monologue, and then that's it. So you don't really see a whole lot.
Yeah.
So could be very interesting.
How about Age of Mythology retold?
I was confused by this. It kind of looks like, is this like an Age of Empires type deal where you make it and then you just I don't know.
Have you never played Age of Mythology?
Huh.
Okay, so you know Age of Empire,
Right.
where you choose a society. Usually, you have like 3 or 4 you can choose from, and they based on which one you choose has different powers, and you build up and you evolve, if you will, to get better buildings and stuff like that, right?
Right.
But ultimately, your goal is to beat your opponents on the map, right? It's the same concept, except it's revolves around the Age of Mythology. So you have like the Norse culture, the Egyptian culture, the Greek culture, the Roman culture, and their like deities and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
I loved this game. This Age of Mythology came out in the early 2000s originally, and it looks like this is that game, but
revamped.
Graphics. The graphics look clean as heck. And I loved the game. So, we've talked about before, like going and hanging out internet cafes and stuff.
Yeah.
And this was
back when that was a thing.
That's right, youngins. Internet cafes.
Yeah,
back
you didn't
before,
have it at home. You had to go to a place.
When you were doing LAN parties.
Whew.
Yeah. Like there used to be an internet cafe, and I've talked about this before, but there used to be an internet cafe right next to Dave & Buster's where I worked in like 2002, 2007. And it was a cool spot. They sold sandwiches. So you could go in and get a nice sandwich. They sold balls, BAWLS, the energy drink. And you'd rent a computer in essence, and you go in with some friends and you say, okay, let's play Counter-Strike or let's play Command and Conquer Generals was one of my jams. But Age of Mythology was so good. And you got 4 friends, each of you pick a different society, and then you go to town. You could do teams, you could do it, battle royale, and I just loved it. And then Age of Mythology actually came out with like an expansion, if you will, that was revolved around like the Titans. And so, each culture had its own 1 or 2 like massive beings that, I think the Egyptians, or I can't remember, one of them had like, what is it, Cerberus, the 3-headed dog?
Oh, that's Greek.
Yeah, and so they each just had their own, and it was just so cool. So seeing this, it's obviously playing on my nostalgia strings, and I'm like, oh man, and the fact that it's going to be on like modern consoles.
Hmm.
I'm torn though because again, this was a PC game only, and I loved, you know, playing them on the keyboard and mouse, and I'm like, oh. So, any interest? Can I get you to get it? And we can, because it does sound like they're going to do cross-platform, and
Maybe.
so I can stomp a mud hole in you. For
Maybe.
those of you that don't know, James is terrible at video games. I think he's still playing Batman Arkham City.
No, I finished Arkham City.
Oh, did you ever finish Arkham Knight?
No.
How about Arkham Origins?
No.
And
Do I own them? Yes.
And you
No.
loved Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
Mm-hmm. I just like I just like let stuff fall behind. I think it was also because I got other games that I never actually finished that I was started and I never finished.
Like Assassin's Creed.
No.
Did you ever finish Origins?
Yeah, I finished Origin.
What about
I finished Odyssey. I finished
Valhalla?
I finished Valhalla. I'm close to finishing what was it? Mirage.
Okay.
I'm close to finishing that one. I'm still trying to figure out why I can't find the I was looking, I went to look it up and I fell asleep, but I was looking for the where the 40 Thieves thing was, because I was like, yo, like this isn't opened up at all. Like it said it was supposed to open up, and like I have
You're
it.
sure you have it?
Mm-hmm. I know.
You're sure you downloaded it and installed it?
Yeah, it's on there.
Huh. I mean, it's kind of disappointing. It's not.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not as anything what I think it's going to be, but it's just like one of those things that I was like, hey, I just want to do it at least.
And I'm assuming Jimmy is referring back to Age of Mythology. Am I challenging him to duel? I am. All day.
Yeah.
And I would say if we're going to do it, it has to be like right when it comes out, because otherwise, if I get the opportunity to start relearning it and everything, then he's not going to have a chance.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I just like I'm not. I mean, some of those games literally like for example, like The Sims, I can't do it on I probably could, but like on the console, I was not really interested in playing it on the console.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, there's certain games that I'm like, I'm cool.
So let me ask you, what was the last video game that you played straight through in a decent time frame? And by decent time frame, I would say less than a month.
None.
2 months?
None. I mean, like literally, like there's like with Mirage. I mean, I probably could have been done with it a long time ago, but like there'll be weeks and weeks in between the times I play.
So by the time you come back to like start playing again, do you have to like relearn the configurations and?
No. I remember it all. I remember all that stuff. Like, and especially when I'm doing the loading, so you're just kind of there, and so I kind of with just kind of reacquaint myself with the buttons, with the turning, not turning, but the fighting and the sword play and the blocking and the rolling and all that kind of stuff. I just kind of reacquaint myself during that.
So we're at a point where most of the games that are coming out now and moving forward are going to be for PS5 or Xbox Series X only,
right?
And you have neither. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm working on getting a PS5.
So you do plan to stay on the Sony verse?
Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan. Like I think we've talked about this. I'm not a fan of the Xbox controllers at all.
I mean, that you can buy controllers.
I understand that, but it doesn't matter. I just I'm not a fan.
So it's not a controller issue then.
It was a controller issue, but I didn't know they had new controllers. But still, it doesn't matter. I'm just not really a fan.
So it's not a controller issue.
Not anymore. Now I didn't know that they had other controllers.
But now that you do,
No, it still doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I've been on PlayStation since they started, and I have a 360, but I never really played it. And so yeah, just been just always kind of been on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they got the same games. I mean, but now, I mean, like if or not all the same games, of course, because there's some that only came out on like either Xbox um or PS or PlayStation. But like, if anything, I mean, with some of the stuff now that they finally realized, oh, maybe we should start doing these crossbow. Oh, Harjeet checking in. What's
I
up?
was wondering when you're going to see
Oh, what's up, Brad?
Harjeet checking in.
Yeah, man. But yeah, no, I mean, like if they start doing cross-platform stuff, that'll be cool because I think people have been asking for it for a long time.
Yeah, the weird thing about the cross-platform stuff is it's not like I asked it, but it's not going to actually happen. I could not choose you. So even though there's cross-platform playability on games, I can't friend you, for example, to make sure that I say, hey, let's play Age of Mythology and link up in there. It's usually when it's just set to like auto uh, find people to play. They just look at the entirety of the server, who's available, throw them in regardless of platform.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that idea. I mean, kind of. But I mean, you just gotta call each other and say, hey, be on. Are you gonna be on at this time? Yeah, sure, I'll
Mhm.
be on at that time, and then you both get on, so then it's able to find.
Yeah, hopefully. Harjeet, are you going to be coming up
You
to
gonna be able
Carson
to?
City?
Can you star somebody or something like so like you like as your friend?
I
Like,
just
oh, I know
told
this
you.
person.
No, no.
No,
Not if it's cross
I know
platform.
you can't. I'm just saying, like, oh, like I like this person. I want to make sure I play with this person, although they're on another.
No, I do know that like if you get paired with somebody you don't want to play with them, you can like recycles or whatever until
Okay,
you get, but
I feel it.
it's
Okay.
not ideal. Harjeet, you coming up to Carson City for KaboomCon?
Yeah, man.
Say hi to your fat and black friend.
It's different. I mean, it's also like the first time you might be hearing about it. So
Eh,
I think you've been here like once or twice before.
September 7th,
Yeah,
Carson City.
Carson City. It's only a short drive from the Bay Area.
Get your room over at the Hardman House Hotel for a discount.
Discounts there at the Hardman House.
Just make sure to mention KaboomCon. He actually gave me an official. Let me see. What is the official discount code? KaboomCon 10. I'm sorry, Kaboom 10.
Kaboom 10.
Kaboom 10 for 10% discount on rates from September 6th to the 8th at the Hardman House Hotel.
Excellent.
So if you're interested in booking a room over at the Hardman House Hotel, 775-882-7744.
All day, every day.
And you should book rooms sooner than later because prices adjust as they fill up. You got anything exciting to talk about with KaboomCon? I think I've laid out just about everything
Nah,
I can
man.
think of tonight
No, you laid it out there.
between all of the. Well, I do feel that I should or I must show off this image,
Uno
one
Mas.
more time.
Beep,
Uh,
beep, beep.
and I want to go back to something that's very important to call out with this image. So again, this is by Diego and Lawrence Iriarte. This is from the forthcoming Mickey Mouse and the Fantastic Worlds of Steamboat Willie, a graphic novel, a multi-part graphic novel that will
Yeah.
be coming out.
Yep.
It's important that I call out that the image that you're looking at right now, this is taking up the entirety of my screen. I have a second monitor over here, and this is only 31%.
Oh damn.
So if I set the image to 100%, just so you can kind of see, this is 100% right in here. So the size of this image on paper is quite large, and these guys have these originals
Mhm.
hanging up around their house. It's like storyboarding.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. Like
Massive.
you
Speaking
know,
of which, I need to get I need the Icy Sounds logo, so I can add it to this collage of logos.
We have a few. So I can definitely hook you up with that if that
Yeah.
is something you are of course wanting. Um, do you have a preference of the black on white, white on black?
Oh, the black on the white on black would be good. Just like the banner form.
Oh, so not this one.
No, not that one.
I don't.
Or I thought we had
I
one with
don't.
the like you have on the back of the shirt.
Are you talking about hold please, like this one?
Yeah.
So yes, I can get that over to you.
Cool. Yeah, send that to me because I want to put that so I can have it up, so I can put it up here, even though you can hardly see it, but still.
I like this one. This one, I do
Yeah, but
agree with you. Like on
but
the
the
shirt,
but like yeah, but the problem is that let me show you like when I have something like that, it like oh it's moving slow. That's weird. Anyways, that's the Kaboom Con logo, and I only get
well,
a piece
you
of
got to
it.
remember though, for the audience, it doesn't really matter because we're only seeing half your screen anyways.
Right. So I mean, at least, but I
Because
like
I've talked to you about like, why don't you just turn
right,
your
but that'll take time, and I'll figure it out eventually. But like the main thing is that I just want to. So if I have it up here, like if I have the one that kind of takes up the entire screen, like this, like that, or like that, or like that. I don't know why it's moving so slow right now. Oh, actually, Oak Bridge, and then that. Yeah,
yeah,
like I have all banners on those.
but you could also still just turn your camera so that like we can see the whole thing.
I mean, it's not a big deal.
I'm just saying, like
Eventually, yeah.
right now, you could turn like. Are you not wanting to like turn your camera because on the desk that's over there's like a big floppy dildo or something, or
No, it's just like I have a bunch of crap on my desk and on my bed.
and you think people already don't know that you're like live slovenly or whatever.
No,
Speaking of, I hear you've got an extra room. Looking for any renters?
not really.
Do you, are you using that room for anything yet? Finally,
Not really.
and yet you don't want any renters.
Not really.
Hmm. Interesting.
Like, why?
Make some money. Reduce your overhead.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I meet somebody, if I, find somebody that's like out here and they need like, a room or something, I'll talk to them about it. I have to talk to them and see what they're looking for and blah, blah,
If
blah. But
you meet somebody and they need a room,
no, I'm not saying if I meet somebody, but if I know somebody that needs a room or whatever, like there was a person that I worked with and they were like, oh, and I was like, hey, I got the spare room. I mean, if you need it for a little while, whatever,
mhm,
for a couple months or whatever, until your other place is ready, I got
mhm.
you. But yeah, that didn't end up happening. So whatever.
Interesting. And I did want to let you know that episode 1 of Oakbridge has surpassed 17,000 downloads. Likely in the next few weeks, it is going to pass 20,000 downloads on its own.
That's cool.
That is 20,000 unique individuals checking out that show.
That's crazy.
That's the size of a very small town in Nevada.
20,000. That's a small town.
Yeah. I mean, you got to remember in Newark, where we grew up, which is a very small town in the Bay Area, there was like 45,000 when we were young.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I forget. I remember I kept looking at the sign and yeah.
Oh, I forgot to bring this up earlier, just really quickly. So this is the KaboomCon application
Oh,
for volunteers. So if you are interested, you got to commit to a 4-hour shift. You do need to be 18 years of age and be able to provide proof. Technical theater experience is a huge plus.
Yep.
And You will be provided a shirt to wear while volunteering, which must be returned at the end of your shift.
Yeah.
However, you can purchase it for $20 if you'd like.
If you really want it that bad.
Yeah, I don't know why you would, but if for some reason you really, really want it.
They're decent shirts.
And Jimmy's checking out. Deuces.
Oh, good night.
So all we need is your email, your full name, first and last, city, state you're coming from. What are you interested in? Door monitor, ticket sales, room monitor, theater tech, floater, wherever we need you. Here are some shifts. Check all that work. Let us know when you're available. Your phone number, any comments, anything special we should know about. And then, of course, just the compliance that you've read all the rules and regulations about KaboomCon, and we'll follow laws and blah, blah, blah.
Bloody, bloody, blah.
So if you're at all interested in getting into KaboomCon for free,
And if you're 18 and you need those hours for graduation,
there you go, too. I didn't even think about that one. That's a good point.
yeah. And get some in early, baby.
That's a really good point. We should go to the high school and be like, oh, that's creepy. I don't.
Yeah, it's creepy. But I mean, we could always. I mean, that would be one of those things where we could, if there's a high school in the area or whatever, and you'd be like, hey, are there any requirements for volunteering that that your students need that are like the seniors or whatever?
Yeah, Carson City High School is right down the street.
Yeah, because then you can be like, hey, this is just an opportunity. It's an opportunity to get those hours in if you don't have them, if you don't have any, or you need just a couple. You need like 4 left, or you need 2, and you're down to work 2 extra, whatever. I mean, and you bring the paperwork, we'll fill it out for you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. So there is. I mean, I know there's a requirements. It's early in the school year, so if you need them, don't have any. Cool. We can at least get you set up with a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder what that's like nowadays. I think it was 100 hours when we were in high school.
Well, see, the thing is that I think somehow I got mine done like way beforehand, because like I would go to, during the summertime, I would go to Love Newark and be over there for like all day. And so I think I got mine done like super early.
Yeah, I did mine by doing stage 1 stuff. So
yeah, so I think like some of that stuff just kind of because I was going there from when I was like in 6th grade, and I think somehow they just allowed that to roll over.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I thought it was supposed to be like during your high school career. You had
yeah,
100 hours, but whatever
it is. But like at least they there was records of it, because like I had to sign in and sign out over there and stuff like that. So even if they were looking for it, they could have been like, oh yeah, there he is. So.
You got anything else fun and or exciting going on?
No, not really. I'm trying to decide. Oh, actually, you know what? I do need to go over to that AMC theater. I keep saying I need to go do that because I need to see if they actually have a real IMAX theater. I think the IMAX theater in Red Rock, I think, might be around the same size, but I don't think it is. Still, like I have not found the last time I remember being in a true IMAX theater was at the Regal Cinema in Dublin.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time I remember being in a true IMAX. There was 2 movies that I said that were apparently IMAX, but I think it's just because they used the projector. The screen definitely was not IMAX size, and that was for Endgame. No, was it Endgame or Infinity War? I think it was Endgame. And then there was The Way of Water. So like that's why I want to determine, because if the one over at if the one at this AMC is legit, then I know where I'm going to see Fire and Dash. So but yeah, other than that, yeah, no, we're good.
time for KaboomCon. Join us Saturday, September 7th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Carson City Community Center. Immerse yourself in comics, movies, games, and more. Meet local artists, attend engaging panels, wear your best cosplay, and participate in thrilling activities. The excitement doesn't stop there. Legendary comic book artists Brent Anderson and Chris Moran will join us. Meet the creative minds behind Astro City, X-Men, Wonder Woman, and more. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for a